Oh my God.
And you're live.
Thank you for that little like beginner's bell of yours coming out your butt.
That's how she feels about it.
It is. I don't. Okay, we're trying. First off, can you hear us? This is still.
They can hear us. Yes.
Okay. No,
yeah.
I believe they can hear us.
I think anyway. Testing.
I feel sure about it.
Maybe not. It says network error. What's that?
I don't know. Why is it difficult these days?
I don't know.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Kimball's Corner. We're working through it. Oh, all these shadows.
Well, I had the microphone set up to the correct thing, and now I'm not seeing any audio here.
Well, that's exciting and not at all unnerving. So if you can hear us, thumbs up.
Let us know. I put a comment too to ask.
Oh, maybe nobody's here.
It's just us right now.
Oh my God, I didn't even advertise. Is today Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
She says, yes, I can hear you.
Yay! Okay, yay. I feel good about starting now.
It's weird that it's not showing us that they can hear us, though. That's bizarre. Well, whatever. We're glad you can hear us, Trisha. Thanks.
Yay.
Lots of shadows in today's. That's the theme, apparently.
I know. I'm like,
oh.
Like, this one's the most annoying.
I know. Well, here, let's just get rid of it.
You can't. It's the forever. Wow, you're really... Okay. Well, Rocky's playing chord ballet. Today's snack is really healthy because it's red, 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 green. It's really low in salt, so we're good there.
Oh, good. Give me one.
We're having... Well, we're probably going to have 14 of them, but there are 14 mini Milk Chocolate Jam Teacakes.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
So the last tea cake that I had, which I bit into and splattered my face with mallow, was just super good.
Was it because of the experience of splattering, or was it just because of the taste?
The taste. I ate almost all of them. Rocky had like probably 2. Anyway, these are from Morrisons. Because
Louise says, "Oh, live!" Hey guys.
I don't think she was that excited.
No, I think she was.
I don't think she was.
She's probably like, "Ooh, alive!"
All right. Oh, they smell chocolatey delicious.
Oh my.
Okay, the question is, do I just pop it in my mouth?
You were supposed to get chopsticks so you didn't get your fingers all muddy.
That's what I'm saying. Should I just...
Here, I'll feed them to you. How's that, Kimball? Here, ready?
Welcome to our creepy channel where Rocky feeds me.
Ew, those really do come off on your fingers.
All right, not as good as the other ones.
Correct. But they're still fine.
That hint of jam is nice, though.
Louise says she was very excited.
Until she got here. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so.
Trisha wants to know if you took advantage of the 2 for $3 tea cakes.
I was going to. I was going to. And Rocky's like, no, we don't need to. And I was like, you know what? Just because I've been eating nothing but junk food for like weeks, I deserve more.
Technically, I didn't say anything.
You judged.
I just looked at Kimball and he was like, you're right.
He looked at me and I just knew. Okay.
Anywho.
So, I'm on like a sugar caffeine high right now. So, I have been so delicately requested to do a coloring page, which I'm not against. I like it. Frees up my brain a little bit. I don't have to worry about drawing.
Yay.
But I thought I would use colors that I don't normally use in my art as like the feature colors. Usually like I do them as like pops of colors or just like little bits here and there. Obviously I use all colors pretty much whenever. But I'm going to focus on these. So she's going to look like a little Christmassy because we got red and green because I rarely use red and green. Even though orange is my favorite color in real life. I guess art's real life. But, in life in general, I like, like the orange tones around me. Never really do it in my artwork. Unless I do like a fall piece. Rocky, I've got orange-handled scissors.
I was like looking around thinking, what do you have that's orange? And the only thing I can see is a pair of scissors.
The Rascog.
A little cart and a pair of scissors. There you go.
My shirts. This journal. Okay.
I think we all understand. Moving on.
My face after I fake tan.
All right.
All right, your face. And anyway, so I don't really ever do like this color blue. I usually do like teals. I usually do pinks. I usually do like pops of yellow. Whatever. You get the picture. So we're going to focus on these colors. Some other colors will make their way in, I'm sure.
Trisha wants to know how you're finding the Waitrose decaf coffee. And for those of you in the States, Waitrose is a grocery store.
You know what? I'm finding it in the coffee aisle.
Or anywhere else, by the way.
I'm just kidding. I really like it, actually. The Waitrose, the brand I like the best. I've liked their brand products the best out of a lot of the products that I've been trying.
Because as far as like private label? Or like
no,
store
like
brand?
like all the brand, like all the stuff that I've been
okay.
buying, the Waitrose product, like their brand, it has been working the best for me thus far. Their decaf instant and their regular instant, or I don't think they have decaf. Anyway, their regular instant coffee dissolves very easily in hot and cold water. Love it.
Janice is watching from work. Janice, do you want us to give your workmates like a message of some kind? Or is it not that kind of environment?
Okay,
Moving on.
Let me just give the rundown so y'all know what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see it a bit more.
Her face. We're hoping like the camera doesn't overheat or something. I don't know. It feels very warm in here tonight. So I'm going to do red tentacles with like orangey yellow sucker McGuckers on them. We're going to give her like a normal-ish skin tone. It might be like a little reddish, mauvish looking.
Janice says not that kind of environment.
Girl, you need to get out.
No, stay there.
I mean, stay there. What you're doing, whatever. And then we're going to do green hair. So it's going to be like very Christmassy looking. And who doesn't love a Christmas octopus head? Lovely.
That's true.
So if you've seen me color before with colored pencils, you know it's going to be, I mean, get comfortable. It's going to be a while. But I do like a soft layer of color over, like a really light layer over everything. So I don't forget what I'm coloring, because I tend to do that because I jabber on too much.
Jabber? Is that like you talk on but you're like jabbing at the same time?
I waffle on, as some say, or I'm waffling. I don't know. I haven't gotten the British slang yet. I don't know if that's slang. Oh God, stop trying to be something I'm not. Okay, so this is more of an orangey red. It's right there. These are my color charts. I was trying to pick out colors because you can just really overdo it, and I didn't want to oversimplify it. Rocky, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the quality of the video stream on my phone versus what's actually on the computer to see, because Kimball and I were looking at old videos, and we've had challenges trying to stream through YouTube. Like it really compresses and like dulls all the colors, except when we use his old iPhone 6.
Well, that still kind of does, but the colors are more vibrant.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out why it's dumbing it down, because on our screen when we're showing it, it looks so nice and bright and vibrant, but then when it shows up and we watch it later on TV to test it, it just looks like
Yeah, it looks a little grayed out, and
but then all the videos Kimball does like without doing live look great. So
yeah, the ones that I have to like actually edit, those all turn out a little bit better just because I can, or because it's like I don't even know. Whatever. I'm not gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
We're just not professional streamers. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Everybody that I don't actually watch live streaming, so maybe the quality is the same. Because whenever I watch like people, I mean, everyone that I watch, they all edit their videos. So they're at like a higher quality anyway.
Well, it looks great on my tiny phone.
Well, that's good.
WGWCO says Colorado Springs sending rainbows, yellow, red, green heart, and possibly a gnome or a dwarf. I'm not sure. Or just some guy with a beard and a little sack and a hat.
A guy with a beard and sack.
There you go. My favorite kind.
Remember when we were driving through Watford and I called it something else, and then there was a place called Little Bushy Lane?
Kimball called it Watford, and then there was like Little Bushy Lane, and then there was like Bush Fest. And it was over, and it was like everything was bush. I was like, what's happening?
Clearly
it's the running joke in this town.
I don't even know what it's called. Whatever. I'm childish. Get over it.
I mean, we all are.
I mean, the funniest humor to me are fart jokes. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, it's not even a joke. It's like real life stories of things that happen with people when they farted.
Kimball does not like the movie Dumb and Dumber at all. But like when it got to the scene where he's on the toilet because he gave him like laxatives or whatever, Kimball just lost his mind.
That's
because that was the funniest thing.
It's because I can relate. Okay.
To me giving you laxatives and you having to go, or just like
I guess both. All right.
Cruel summer.
Welcome to Kimball's Corner, where we talk about poo jokes. Like and subscribe.
We've talked about everything else. Let's talk about the real topics.
Let's share this video. Let's really get it out there. All right. So I've laid down a light red, so hopefully I'll remember that's what that is and not orange, because it's skewing towards the orange.
Wait, so where can people get this book if they want to get it?
Well, I got mine at Michael's, but if you live in the UK, that ain't gonna happen. In the UK,
would they have it at like Hobbycraft or something, or do they not have books?
They probably have it at Hobbycraft. You can definitely get it on Amazon. I'm sure you can just type in,
or you can hand illustrate all of your own pages and color them.
That sounds like the worst thing here in this house. All right, let's do some grain. We're gonna do like Also, when I do like this light layer, wait, let me finish talking first.
Okay.
When I do the light layer, that one's yours.
No, I'll get it here.
That
I
one's
got
yours.
it. I got
Gross. When I do the light layer, I usually pick a mid-tone. So like right now I'm going to do a green color. Rocky's brushing the chocolate knobber on his leg. That was very strange. Anyway, so I'm not going to take the darkest greens or the lightest greens. We're going to go with the mid-tone green because I'm going to be adding lights and darks later. That's your hair. Right. Okay.
I'll give you another one.
That's all.
Jenna asks, how was everyone's week? We also ask because we want to know as well. What have you guys been up to?
We went to London yesterday. Definitely growing on me. I realized I have to go to the pretty parts.
Wow.
Well,
we ended up we parked at Waterloo Station, which is south of the river, and then we walked over to Borough Market, which was cool. Very busy.
Yeah, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, but
we liked he likes the architecture and the way everything looks. It was just the types of shops and everything. We were like, meh.
Yeah, well, we went to a coffee shop. I won't name names. It got great reviews. Was not impressed with anything there. So I was kind of like, whatever. But I'm annoyed because I forgot they had like these bundles of dried lavender, and I really wanted to buy some, and I totally forgot.
Now the spiders are just going to come in without you.
Yeah. Everybody
Kimball was trying to get lavender to put it in our windowsills to keep the spiders out.
Everybody keeps recommending me all these different things like peppermint oil, lavender, rosemary. So I'm like, I will try with the lavender because it's pretty and it smells nice. And I can just lay like the bunches on the windowsills.
Well, there's someone in the chat that I'm not familiar with. It's a view is a view. Says, hey, Kimball's Corner. This book is so cute. Love it.
Oh, me too.
And then I haven't colored this page yet.
I haven't either until this very moment. And I hope it turns out.
And Jenna Jinx says, hi, guys. I made it to the stream.
Whoop, whoop, and welcome.
Take a sip while you're here.
We've been waiting. Okay. I'm glad you're finally here.
Shh.
Speaking of we just bought a new lamp. It's cute. Well, I mean, it's like cool cute. I don't know. It's of a guy shushing, but his like face is kind of missing and it's backlit. I'm sure Rocky took a picture.
I'll run and take a picture of it.
Oh my god! Don't leave me here alone.
Entertain them.
Hey guys. So Rocky left, and we all know how awkward I am when I'm by myself. Can't read the comments, but keep him coming. He'll catch me up. All right, we've got the green. Yes, it's going to be very Christmassy. We don't mind. The suction cups are leaning orange/yellow, but I don't know if I want to make them bright orange. Whatever. We'll do the mid-range for now. I also think around her face, I'm going to do some like orange splotchies. All right. Yay, so Rocky's back.
So this is the lamp we got. I think we got it at
Home Sense.
And it's a guy kind of like shh. And it reminds us of the show Miranda we like, and where the guy in the library is like, shush.
I'm shushing you.
So anyway, we got that. And then we stuck we had like a little silicone pink.
It's like a
wrap thing
one
you put on
size fits all lid, like cans.
So you like wrap it around cans after you open them. I stuck that around the light bulb and then like zip tied it on basically to make it pink.
We're those gays.
I was like, I don't want to go on Amazon and order a weird color light that I could just
wrap
at
this first he was like, Kimball, can I paint the light? Can we paint the light? And I was like, you can. Make sure you like the color though.
I just have like memories from back in high school when Kimball and I first met, and we used to do photo shoots a lot. And Kimball, that's when incandescent bulbs were all the rage. And they were like 1,000 degrees, and Kimball would paint them with like acrylic paint, and then it would just like start boiling on the light bulb and start smelling like melted crayons.
But it worked. Okay, we didn't mind the little pop and fizzle sizzle,
and there were no fires, so that's good.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go with like a lighter, somewhat regular flesh tone on her, because I want like pale skin with all the dark colors around her, because the red and greens are going to turn out pretty dark. And then I was going to do like orange makeup-y stuff around her eyes. And I was going to make her eyes like a vibrant blue, which I don't know why I picked out like 10 blue colors when they're just going to go for her eyes, but we'll see what happens.
Jenna Jinx says that's a really cool lamp. And then how is the UK treating you? I hope it's not hot anymore.
It is not. Hot. It's actually been really nice. Like if the weather's always like this, if this is like the norm, I get why you don't have ACs. I get that. But Could still do with some screens on the windows, but that's okay. It's okay. You know, it's fine. We haven't had too many intruders. It's basically at least one spider a day, but you know, it's fine if I have Rocky here. If Rocky has to go to work and like Mr. Tarantula shows up, I'm gonna die. Like, I will freak out.
You're gonna get your 15-foot pole on the end of the vacuum.
Oh,
and
things
you're
will be
just going
broken.
to.
You'll come home and be like, why is the place a pigsty and why is there a book precariously placed in the middle of the room with some splatters coming out from it? And I'll be like, because there's a big dead spider under it.
Well, Trisha says, I'm thinking about my week, but I must have slept through it. I can't think of any highlights. And then she says, today I can't seem to draw. Sad face.
You can draw every day. It may not just turn out the way you want it to.
What should Trisha draw? If she's, I don't know what.
Trisha, you need to draw me, you, and Rocky all hanging out, drinking coffee and or tea and snacks.
So just easy drawing.
Easy.
Just, entire figures.
They could be stick figures. I don't care. And then you need to have like little quote bubbles. And then like, we're going to post that picture, but then like, we'll come visit you and we'll like take a real photo of it and like post it with it. And be like,
oh my God, this is Inception in the art world right now.
You're going to make things happen.
It's gonna be a night.
All right. Her lippies are going to be pinker than red, but I'll use red for the shading. I'm never sure how Camilla draws her lips because like this right here is throwing me off. Like she's going to have huge lips. So I guess we're going to go with it. We'll just
Trisha says, okay.
Yeah, girl. I'm excited.
Jenna says, nothing much happening here last week. This week I have a hair color appointment and lots of work chaos ahead.
Oh, fun and not so fun.
I feel like chaos is the number one word used in conjunction with the word work. For me, anyway, and others.
Not me. All right, so.
You don't know the meaning.
It's true. We're going to, it looks like the shading is coming from above. I'm just going because I see like a little shaded line that Camilla has provided for us.
Thanks, Camilla.
And that makes things super easy for me because overhead lighting is like some of the easiest.
Trisha says that sounds like a challenge and then has a little art supply person holding a paintbrush up. Speaking of art supplies.
Oh my God. Yes. Back to me and how much I love this area. So when I was talking about London, because like the first couple times it was like, yes, London's beautiful. That's not what I'm talking about when I said I don't like it. What I didn't like is it was just very, very crowded, very congested. And, it, we only get to go in on the weekends. So that's probably why. So like, boo-hoo, Kimball, get over it, whatever. But we did, like Rocky said, we parked at Waterloo, which made things easier to just have a space reserved. We walked to Borough Market. After that, we walked up to north of Kensington, Covent Garden. Right?
Yeah, so we walked over to the art store.
To the art store.
I'm going to back this out so you can actually show what you got here. Because we have art supply haul.
I know, but I'll probably show it at the end, maybe, if I don't forget.
Everyone stay tuned.
We went to this place.
Here, let me back this out. Sorry, go ahead.
It was lovely.
There was a really cool lady there, and she kind of walked over to us, and she's like, have you seen inside the drawers?
Oh, no, she asked if I used the oil sticks first.
And then we open up the drawers, and it's like just layers and layers of pastels in every possible color. And there was like 18 drawers like going down, those little thin ones.
Mm. Anyway, gorgeous store. Kind of reminded me of Sennelier. Loved it. Rocky was like, I was like, I don't know what to get. I'm going to get like one or two things. And Rocky was like, you have a 200-pound limit. I was like, yes, queen. So I didn't go that much. I thought,
well, Kimball was like, I shouldn't get anything. I have so many things. I was like, bro, when are you going to be down here again? Like, just get some stuff that you're going to like be inspired
it's so far away. I'll never make it there again next weekend. Okay. What should I color first?
It's like an hour and a half drive, but whatever.
If we just drove straight to it.
True.
It's like 45 minutes. So I'm going to probably start with the reds and get her tentacle.
Are you going to do an art haul?
Manacles. I thought I was going to do it at the end.
At the end. Okay. Everyone stay tuned if you want to see what Kimball got at the end.
I forget. That's right. You sit through this 2 hours of me
you're
coloring meticulously.
You're really keeping people around.
Yeah. So if you've seen me color before, I start with the darkest color and I build up using other colors. I do not do this. Okay. This is not how Kimball this. This does not work for Kimball. No. We do this and we lighten up and then we go to the next shade and we go over it again, but then we just bring it in and we lighten it up. And then we take the next shade, bring it in. Okay. And you can do that as quickly or as like spread out as you need to. So it'll probably happen somewhat quick on these because it's not like a huge surface and it's round. So it's not flat. So if it was flat, it would just be like one chunky color. But we gotta work with the roundness. And I'm going to probably do the darker in the back and try and make it, lighter in the front, darker in the back.
Noah says, pound that like button like it's wearing Liverpool colors at a Manchester United match.
Speaking of sports balls, on our drive home from London, the game had just gotten out.
Or they were going to it. We can't tell.
Or either way. Well, I don't know. The pubs were filling up, so.
And people were on the street singing very loudly.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I just feel like I could get out and sing 17 right now, and they wouldn't even notice. Speaking of...
Oh, my God. But wait, let's finish this thought first.
Sorry.
One thought
ADHD,
at a time.
ADHD.
So I was like, I'm going to drive through this. I think it's Islington. I probably mispronounced it because everything is pronounced.
It's probably pronounced
Islington. But we drove through there. Very cute because my friend's thinking about moving here and she thought about moving to that area. So I wanted to check it out. And I was like, oh my God, it's adorable. I understand why. And bam, crowds of people. And oh my God, walking around downtown London. I don't know, city center. What do you call it here? Beats me.
Mm-hmm.
Why were there like hundreds of cyclists all of a sudden that came out of nowhere that pissed off all of the cars? I was like, oh.
Half of them were riding on one wheel.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
And then we got to a part of like near Waterloo where it was just a bunch of topless guys sitting on like
the best
a random like wall. And I was like, why haven't I known about this place?
And I was like, well, we obviously are having lunch.
I'm pretty sure they were doing parkour or whatever, but they were taking a break. So we were very confused on what they were there for. But
yeah,
hang out with your shirt off. Why not?
So this back tentacle, I'm sure we had a thought. What was the other thought?
Well, we were at Starbucks on the way to London because
yes.
we were like, let's get a drink since it's an hour-long drive. And our favorite band, Korean band, 17, started playing on the radio, and the lady was in the middle of taking my order, and I almost screamed at her.
He like did a whole like whoa, 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 like leaned back, hands up in the air, and he's like, "What?"
I was like, "I'm sorry, is this 17 on the radio right now?" And she's like,
she just kind of smiled,
and she looked at me, and she's like, "Did you want oat milk?" Or anyway,
oh, it was very exciting. I'm sure I was talking about something else right before that, but whatever. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, so this back tentacle, it doesn't have as much light hitting it, in my mind anyway. That's the thing about art that's lovely, is it's all from your mind.
Noah says, for those of you just joining, tonight Coconut is teaching us how to color inside the lines. And then Gail says, is Coconut a channel? No, Coconut is just
Noah's calling me.
Noah makes names up for Kimball and confuses everyone who doesn't know the channel.
So, welcome.
And then Jenna says, Gail, you can basically ignore Noah. He's my husband being weird. Don't worry. Jenna will put him in a timeout eventually.
It's going to happen because there's no till in this piece. I'm just going to go kind of dark with this tentacle way in the back because not much light's going to hit it. It'll probably make it to like red shade number 2.
I mean, Coconut may be a channel. I'm not sure.
And it probably is. It sounds like it might be something sassy.
We'll look up Coconut on YouTube. Let's see what pulls up. Well, how was that spelled? That's Koko and UT.
Wow, that's creative.
Nothing's spelled that way. Well, I mean, Campbell, if you want to start a channel that no one has.
Oh, I'm good with this one.
Apparently, there's a thing called the Coconut Song that has many, many views. So and there's people reacting to the song.
I'm good. I don't need that in my life. I'm going to leave a little bit of light. You probably can't tell on the camera, but I'm leaving a little bit of a line right here just to give separation later. It'll help like separate the tentacles from each other.
Will it?
Yes.
Is that what it's going to do?
Also, I like to try and get through one color before I move on to the next.
Well, I just got an email from Fitness Advisor with the headline, 4 warning signs of dementia. So that's good.
Oh, that's good. Speaking of, well, okay, not dementia, but like I was going to say like head issues. Like I have hit my head so many times on the low, like upstairs in the loft area. We have like some storage areas off to the sides.
He's not the only one.
Dude, it hurts so bad.
I hit my head the other day and like my teeth were just like slightly spaced apart and I hit it so hard that my teeth like clanked together, and then Kimball did the exact same thing today.
And but I've hit my head on it probably like 8 or 12 times, and I'm just like, why can I not get it in my head that it's short?
You just have to hit it a bit harder and then it'll really be in there.
I tell you. Wait, real quick. So these lighter ones, there's shading already down here from the artist Camilla. So I'm doing it dark down here, and then I'm going to start using this darkest red a lot less on these front ones.
Gail says, at least Noah's interactive. And then says, what pencils are you using? And then Jenna says, Prismacolor.
That's right. Yeah.
Jenna is our fabulous, what do you call it?
Friend
Moderator?
and moderator.
Friend and moderator. Friend first, moderator second.
That's right.
So she's very awesome and always joins us for the lives, and we love her tons. So thank you.
I don't know. There was
very
that
much,
one
Jenna.
time where she's like, "You guys, I'm going to dinner. You're on your own."
And Kimball was like, "What do I do, Murray?"
And I was like, "Okay, have fun. You get one day off of your Jenna, and that was it."
God. She literally gets paid nothing, Kimball.
She gets paid in love. Okay.
True. Experiences.
Oh my god, it reminds me of like people.
Friendships. Moments.
Why don't you draw this for free and like I'll just like promote you or whatever it is. Exposure.
You're like, I don't even care about the exposure, so that's not really a
I
benefit
know.
to me.
I'm like, you don't understand. I can't function in front of people, and when like I don't know, like
That's not true. You're fine in front of people.
I can barely speak to you.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I think you know what I'm talking about.
Gail says, my grandkids taught me that you can put anyone's name in search, Noah Farts example, and you will sing every name we tried.
Oh my God.
Wait. I don't think I read this right. My grandkids taught me that you can put any one name in search, Noah Farts example, and we'll sing every name we tried.
I'm down.
And then Gail says, what color? I have my book and Prismas out.
Ooh, well, right now I'm starting off with raspberry for the darkest.
That is
red.
raspberry.
That is raspberry.
Berry. Rasp.
Speaking of
like Rasputin.
Yeah, why was he all like, I'm a ladies man? I'm like, dude, I've seen pictures of you. Okay. Also, I heard you smell. I'm not just saying, but I heard you smell kind of rank. Like, how was he such a ladies man? I'm so confused. Like, what was his secret?
Definitely not secret.
They don't sell secret deodorant. I know it's a women's deodorant, whatever, but like they don't sell it here, and that's what I wear.
Yeah, in the States they have. Maybe they do. If anyone here is from the UK or
no,
from...
they don't. I checked secret.
Oh,
They stopped
never
selling
mind.
it. They stopped selling it in the UK.
When was that? Is it because it's bad for you?
I don't know. They sell it everywhere else in Europe.
Well, the UK has better standards.
Well, I like smelling like vanilla in my pits, okay? Also, the lighting's coming from above, so we're keeping it dark down below. Colored pencils take so long. So this tentacle is kind of poking out, so it's got a little shadow. Add little shadows to them.
How do you actually enjoy coloring books, or is it more like...
It is nice because you don't have to like think about the actual like drawing itself. You're just coloring it in, and that's nice.
I mean, if it doesn't work out, it's like no big deal because you didn't draw it.
You tear it out. But yeah, I don't know. It's a nice little break for my brain to not have to think of like how to draw a face and whatnot.
Oh.
Again, a lot of her pieces have like built-in shading, so that's why I'm doing it dark right here because it was all shaded in with pencil. And then we'll just kind of bring that out.
So Kimball and I, because we're renting now instead of like we don't own a home anymore, so we're renting, and
It's very weird.
As part of the agreement, we can't really hang anything on the wall. So we were able to convince the landlord to hang one giant piece, and he came and hung it for us, and which was very, very nice.
Well, he let us hang the shelf too,
and a shelf. So that's it though. So as far as getting art on the wall, Kimball and I usually have some kind of like wallpaper or like just paintings
fabric or
everywhere.
whatever we could do. Also, I do not like white walls.
And this is the whitest of white walls in this entire place.
Every place we looked at, the walls are just white. And I know the paint is cheap, which that's fine, whatever, because we know what paint it is, so we can, if we like scratch up the walls or anything, it's easy to fix. But like, it cracks very easily, so I don't like that. Carry on.
What was I talking about?
You're going to talk about what we did downstairs, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. So basically, we've been trying to find ways to make our living room feel more cozy. And there was at least one more empty wall space. So instead of, because we can't hang anything, there are some cabinet doors. So we very precariously like stuck a picture wire through the top of the door with a washer on the other side. So when you close the door, it holds the painting in place. And then we just leaned a bunch of other artwork and then stacked artwork on top of other artwork up into this giant artwork pile.
Can you picture it?
I'll go take a picture.
Basically, oh my God, I'm so low.
Entertain them.
Basically, it looks like we just stacked all of our paintings against the wall as high as we could get them to go. Yeah, it's very weird in my art space because I normally have just like the walls are plastered with art, and right now there's literally nothing actually stuck to the walls. It's unnerving to say the least. Now that I've like laid down a lot of this color, I'm kind of seeing that it's a little purpley red. I mean, I guess raspberries are that. Did you get a good shot?
I mean, it's fine.
Well, I'm not impressed with fine. I want like miraculous.
I mean, I put the main light on, which makes it look more bright, but whatever. So, may not be everyone's jam, but we really like it. So basically, this whole area here, we
Why
just
did, like toilet paper just fall from the sky?
it's from this little.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, that's basically it. Let me see if I can get a bit closer to it. So it's just basically a bunch of artwork leaned up against the wall, just so we didn't have to see all the white space.
Like it's fine if you're just gonna go all white and have that like minimalist vibe, but that is not my jam. Give me color.
So we're trying to get very creative with like, how can we get art up the walls without actually putting any holes in the wall or using those like tacky straps, tacky strips.
Tacky strap. We are using some M3, 3M, whatever. Some of those to like obviously hang some of the lighter pieces up, but also to keep things from swaying. But you know. All right, dark red color, done.
All right, so what was the name of that one?
That was raspberry.
Okay, so that was raspberry.
And now we're moving on to Crimson Lake.
Now this is Crimson Lake.
Crimson Lake.
Crimson Lake.
Why are you doing this to me?
Crimson?
Okay, it's just, why you... Crimson.
Crimson.
It sounds dumb when you say it.
Crimson. Is it right? Crimson?
Crimson.
Crimson?
Crimson. Crimson.
All right, well, now we got it.
So this one, I'm just going to kind of do like a loose color because it's very similar to the raspberry, but it's more red. So it's taking that purpley tone down a little. But I do need to do the dark, or the further tentacles. The further away tentacles, darker.
And what color are you using for that one?
Well, what do you mean?
All right, that you're using this
Do you even
crimson
watch
red.
my channel?
Are you using crimson red for the darker ones?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just going over the raspberry, like kind of doing a light layer to give it a tonal change to more of a red rather than a purpley red.
Trisha says, I use the 3M strips for some pics. They've been up for a couple of years, but one fell off the wall a couple days ago. Girl, same.
Right. I had some original art hanging up in our stairwell in our last place, and it got so hot that like 2 pieces or 3 pieces fell. So, you know how hot it got here? Okay. I'm sure y'all remember how much I complained. Yeah, so that I did worry about them falling off the walls here.
So we're only putting really, really light pieces up or things we don't care if they fall and break.
Yeah. So yes, this color
Hence
should go
the
down.
leaning wall of art.
This color will go down a lot faster than...
FNAF Bonnie says, hello, everyone.
Hey, Bonbon.
And Gail, what was the first color that she may have missed? So what are all the colors you've used so far? Was it raspberry?
Raspberry.
And that's the only other one you used besides
Crimson Lake.
Okay, so raspberry was the first one, and then Crimson Lake.
And then the next one up from that, if you want to pull it out now, is Crimson Red.
Crimson Red.
That's
Crimson Red.
Crimson Red.
I think Gail is coloring along.
Well, that's exciting.
So that's very exciting.
That is fun.
Is anyone else coloring along or doing art? We know Trisha was having a hard time, but she might be drawing the 3 of us now, so things could be moving along.
Just the 3 of us. You, her, and I.
If I was drawing us, we'd all look like drag queens. That's just how I go.
That's true. Your women are masculine. They're a little more masculine than most drag queens, but...
I can't help it.
It's all right. I ain't mad at it. I want to keep these ones. I'm trying to keep like a lighter line in the middle, so it's going to look a little shiny, like a little white highlight at the end. I'm hoping anyway. We'll see.
Michelle says, I'm designing a website. It's kind of artsy.
Ooh,
that is very artsy.
It's fun if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's kind of hell.
FNAF Bonnie says, Campbell Rocky got art block. Please help me. Or please help. I've got art block.
Look, I have already thrown out one thing today for someone to draw. So Rocky, it's your turn.
Well, what is like, I don't know. I can't think of anything. My brain's gone. Give me a minute. Give me a minute and I'll think of something.
That's like, you really see the struggle over there.
It's like, it's got to be good.
Why? It's got to be fun.
Draw a picture of David Bowie.
Oh God, which iteration?
Here, I'll find some kind of inspiration. Let's see. I'm thinking Labyrinth personally, but
obviously, because I mean, you have to at least go down to his thighs, because we all, when we watch David Bowie in Labyrinth, get distracted by his junk.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true.
I love how someone just has a picture cropped of his junk from that movie. That's
See?
one of the pictures.
I told you. It's like a running joke. I'm not mad at it. I mean, saw that when I was a kid, and I was like, I can't look away.
Apparently, Tilda Swinton's playing his replacement in one of the sequel things, but then like someone took an original picture that had David Bowie's face and superimposed her face, and it's just scary.
Wait, are they redoing Labyrinth?
I guess. I mean, this pose is kind of funny. So this could be part. Maybe you're like, I'm so angry. Where is my Sarah? Where is she?
I don't know about that one.
Okay, maybe not. Well, how about this one with Michael Jackson and Gareth or whatever his name is? Jareth.
Why is that happening?
I don't know. Why not? I mean, I would be there for that movie.
Well, I mean, obviously, but I don't know if that's hair or not. We're gonna say it is because I didn't color it in. Oh, I tell ya, colored pencils take time. This is why I rarely ever do like full colored pencil pieces. So thanks for bearing with.
I don't know, but Tilda Swinton better have like a little package when they bring her up. Like she better have like the same outfit.
Oh my God.
Anyway, all right, let me see what I missed here.
I feel like this one's a little too light.
Michelle says, I know what I'm doing, so no hell here. And no one says, I've made a trash roll from a bunch of leftovers in the fridge. Maybe you can do an art with leftovers art supplies.
Talking to me or someone else?
Maybe for inspiration for FNF Bonnie's art block.
I might skip this color.
What was that?
The crimson red.
All right, we're skipping Crimson.
Crimson.
What is happening? We're skipping Crimson Red.
And now we're going to move on to poppy red. Just
poppy. Like, again, that color is poppy red.
There's just not like enough
difference.
Well, if I was doing a bigger space, it would. But this is going to give it that nice, rich, orangey redness.
And are you going over everything, or just like, are you?
Yeah.
Fanning. Okay.
Yeah, I do like I don't do the light layering. I do the heavy layering. And it's just, I'm familiar with Prismacolors, so I mostly know how they're going to react.
Noah says trash roll equals trash casserole. Thank you for that, Noah.
It's kind of like raccoon dinner, right?
That sounds like you're having raccoon for dinner, which I'm not.
Ew, I mean dinner for raccoons. Like, aren't they like trash pandas?
Is that like dinner for schmucks?
Don't people call them trash pandas?
I guess so. I mean, they are kind of cute.
They are adorable. I like raccoons.
If raccoons were nice and would play along, they could be really good house pets.
Well, some people have them as house pets.
Do they?
Yeah.
What would you rather have if they were, domesticated? Would you rather have a squirrel or a raccoon?
Raccoon.
And can you explain why to the general public, please?
Because I like to cuddle with fuzzy animals, and I feel
it's a squirrel
or a chunky raccoon, which I can relate to. Okay, a raccoon will feel no shame pulling a donut out of the trash.
Okay. Well, plus you're not going to have nuts buried all over the house for no reason. Half of them forgotten.
That's true.
I remember reading a thing, and I don't remember how much it was, but it was like this obscene amount of nuts that like squirrels bury that they don't remember where they are. And they just happen to bury so many that they can find, enough during the winter time.
I have 30 favorite spots. I love that I signed up for something, and then like, how they have like those security questions. This, instead of a security question, it's like, just pick a favorite word that you're going to remember. I was like, what?
FNF Bonnie says, oh, a panda god! You guys are geniuses. I'm going to get to drawing a panda. Thank you, guys.
Oh, you're welcome. Jibber jabber led to art.
I think we meant for it to be this way.
Mm-hmm. It may have sounded like an accident, but we planned it from the very beginning.
David Bowie to a panda. I don't see where it could go wrong there. Maybe, what if it, well, never mind. I'm just going to stop that thought right there.
Just stop that thought right there. Also, I've been enjoying She-Hulk. I know I talked about it last week. We need to watch the next episode.
Is it out?
Yeah.
Okay. It is a bank holiday tomorrow. Bless it.
Usually, that holidays mean nothing to you, so...
Well, I'm going to try not to work tomorrow.
You got games to play.
I'll see how it goes.
I love that this is like completely changing the tone of the red.
It's very pretty.
You're very pretty.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
I was telling Kimball that like when we watch clips of his live streams to test the quality, I could hear myself laughing. I was like, well, I just sound completely different in my own head when I laugh. I was like, everyone else has to deal with this other version.
I was like, you're lucky.
Yep.
It reminds me of when Adina and Safion Abfab are fighting, and she's like, the daughter's like, you always have the best seat in the room because no one's having to look at you, or whatever.
Because no one else has to look at you, or whatever.
Exactly.
You don't have to look at yourself.
Yeah. She always has the best view because she's not looking at herself. Oh, we did real good with that.
Fool me once.
You
You
can't fool me again.
You can't get fooled. Can't get fooled again.
All right, just darkening in this. This is going to lean towards a pinker tone. I'm just going to go really light with this one because I have one more shade that I want to take to the lightest spot.
FF Money says, how has everyone been? Because there was 2 question marks. So that's why I assume it was said that way.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's just, how has everyone been? How's everyone been?
Well, that sounds a little more menacing. I don't know.
I feel like we should, like, if you have 2 exclamation points, everyone should know the inflection. If there's 3, we should know what the inflection is. We should all, as a society, decide what that inflection is and just assign it.
Yeah,
okay,
so
I'm going to work up a process for this.
Roundabouts, am I right? Because there's some doozies here. We drove through Himmel Hempstead, and it's like one giant roundabout with like 5 or 6 little roundabouts encircling it. No joke. Who thought, yes, this is safe. There won't be any accidents here because, oh my lord.
I met a girl at work and she was like, Aylesbury just stresses me out. Anything with a lot of roundabouts, she's like, sometimes I just screaming going through them. I was like, okay, so if I see someone screaming driving through a roundabout, it's probably you. She's like, yes, definitely.
I'm like, Aylesbury's not even that bad compared to some of the other places we
mean, there is kind of a weird like 3-in-1 deal that is just very haphazard, like feels like you're driving with no law, no rules.
Yeah.
Which I'm in with. Like I like driving in New York because I'm like, anything goes. Campbell, what colors are you using right now?
Right now I am using, well, it says rose. I sharpened the wrong end.
Is it a Golden Girls pencil or what?
Maybe. I hate it when I sharpen off the color end because then I don't know what color it is.
Well, everyone else hates it the most because they're trying to color along.
We'll just pick reds and pinks.
It's a dusty rose.
Putting those over there. I'm going to come in with white now. This is white. This is white. And then we're going to just go over the lightest areas to try and add just a little something, you know? And then I can come in with a white paint pen, obviously, at the end to add a little extra. And then what I usually do is go back in with my darkest color, which was raspberry.
Raspberry.
Because it might lose a little oomph with all that layering. We'll just add a little more here and there just to...
Are you just pressing really hard to make it darker?
Not like really hard, but hard enough.
Trisha says, I'm loving her tentacles. And then she put a little like picture of a pink squid, which I didn't know existed on this platform.
Cute. I use the pink squid as one of like the, I think it's in our brat chat group. And I'm not sure why. Maybe because your sister likes octopus. Octopi.
The brat chat group is a group chat with my sister and Kimball and myself.
Because we're brats.
And we chat.
And that's all there is about that. And then do I want to bring in... Let's bring in the white paint pen right now. I didn't even prepare it. I did sharpen all my pencils beforehand. You're welcome.
Thank you for thinking of us. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know, I was thinking about how sometimes Kimball and I, when we're here and people talk in certain really heavy accents, Kimball and sometimes myself literally have no idea what they're talking about. And so we just piece together what we think.
We just don't know what
meaning.
they're saying.
And well, oftentimes I'm like, I think they're talking about this. And if I feel like I have a strong enough gist, I just go along with it and like we get through the conversation. But there are some times when I'm like, I legit don't know what they're talking about. And
I just smile and nod and it gets me through it.
Sometimes I listen to you talk or me talk and I'm thinking, do people actually know what we're saying right now? Because we talk so fast.
Well, and I also feel like we don't have an accent.
But we do, I'm
right,
sure.
So I'm wondering like if it just sounds weird. Like if we sound, because I mumble and kind of speak fast sometimes.
I mean, Kimball and I constantly like, what to each other. So I'm like, how does everyone else feel?
They're fine. Everyone's fine with it.
What sharpener are you using? Oh, no, it was on a timeout.
Boop. I've used the Blackwing. It has like 2 sharpeners. So like the first one, I think it's by Coom is the brand. You do the first one and it kind of takes off a lot of the wood. And then the second one will kind of sharpen up the, like the pigmented part of the lead, like the lead, basically. Anyway, moving on from tentacles. And if I wanted to, I could go in with black and really darken up some of the darker spots. If I didn't feel like it was contrasty enough, but we'll see where it goes. Let's do some green hair.
Oh, no, it's not on timeout. He just had a couple comments deleted.
Oh.
Jenna's on it. She's on the case.
Actually, I do want to make sure that I don't smear.
Schmear.
Would
you like another chocolate thing? Here,
yes.
Catch it in your mouth. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have one more.
For now.
I was doing push-ups yesterday and I saw how far down my belly was hanging and I was like, that's it. I am not eating anything else that's bad for me. And then the next morning I had a giant stack of pancakes and a huge thing of eggs and toast.
And half of my eggs Benedict.
But that was it. And after this chocolate thing I'm eating right now.
Yeah, me too. This is kelp green. I think it was my darkest color. Testing. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, that is right.
And then Jenna put a link to your pencil sharpener.
Ooh, fancy.
Thank you, Jenna. Why can I see this? Why couldn't they call it Darkwing?
That's probably taken.
Duck. Anyway.
So the hair's pretty easy because there are a lot of like little helper lines. A lot of it's already kind of shaded for me.
You really get the gist.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a bit more forgiving too anyway, right?
What do you mean?
Like if you paint something darker, then it should be lighter or whatever. You can kind of just like make it however you want to look.
With colored pencils, it's kind of like, don't screw it up. But, you know, I'm trying not to go
I stand corrected. Or I sit down corrected anyway.
Yeah. I'm trying not to take the color out too far because as I did with the red, I was kind of like, you know, I didn't need that many reds. So to use all my greens, I'm not taking the darkest too far.
And if you don't know what he's talking about, I'm on the same page.
Like when I did the darkest red, I would like bring the color out really far.
Oh, into the actual blank space.
Right. So now I'm just taking this out a little
around
ways.
The edges.
Just a little bit.
Just around the edges.
And remember, the lighting is coming from top. Got to keep in mind, you know, where the lighting is coming from, because.
And if you don't like the lighting coming from the top, you could have it coming from behind or from the side,
but, like, try not to change it up too much.
I mean, like, make a decision at the beginning and stick with it.
Yeah.
You make a decision.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like perfect, but when you start having the lighting coming from all different directions, it kind of makes it look a little amateurish because people will be like, well, this person doesn't know how to do lighting. So just keep that in mind. Unless you don't care, then tell me to go to hell. I don't care.
Can you draw an entire universe inside each one of these little tiny dots,
You know what? That sounds like something you're going to do later. I'm just going to color this dark back here. I don't even know what this is. I think it's a clump of hair. But we're just going to...
Claire.
I don't like her name. I'm gonna call you Bettina.
Is anyone else a fan of Will and Grace? Have you seen it? Do you know? Can you quote it? What's your favorite quote from Will and Grace? Kimmel and I are constantly quoting it without even realizing it.
I think we realize
I don't even know how many times in a day we say it. It's gross, Debbie.
And then I stopped saying it because sometimes Debbie watches. And I don't want her to think I'm always talking to her.
That's true.
What was that about?
They were in like some cooking class, and
Right,
someone was like sick or something, and she still wanted to participate. And she's like, "It's gross, Debbie."
Oh, okay. I always think of like the 6-toed boyfriend.
Denise says, "Just Jack 2000." One of my favorite things with Jack is remember when he's at the gym and he's trying to come up with like a new steak, and he's all steak it, and he's all steak it UK.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
And then UK was in our memory, and we moved here.
Here we are, living the dream.
Michelle's all of Karen's lines.
Yes, dude. How did Megan Mullally not crack up when they did the live one and all those pills? She's like the only one that didn't like break character.
That was also the one where they painted
Jack's
weird
eyebrow.
eyebrows on Jack, and like she didn't know how it was gonna look, and then like he turned to her, and I was like, "How,
dude?
How could you not laugh?"
And
like,
Deborah
how?
Messing just laughed at everything. It was so funny. I see by your expression you're curious too, Jack. Oh my god, it's so funny.
What a crazy experience they must have had as actors.
I really liked gosh, did Sean Hayes do why can't I think of it? We're going to Catalina. Really?
Oh yes, Billy's
Hollywood
Screen Kiss. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
Did he do that before Will and Grace?
I think it was at the
Or
same
really
time
close?
or like before. I don't know. That was such a funny movie though. We should watch that again.
I like how big it is. Talking about a picture, but it was so funny.
I didn't realize Megan Mullally plays the voice on Bob's Burgers of the mom's sister.
Yeah,
Gail. And then
she's funny.
when I found out, I think I saw the end credits. I was like, of course it is.
Dude, Gail is so funny. All right, there's just like a little shadow.
And then like after Will and Grace ended the first time, Megan Mullally did her own talk show, and I was like,
no,
yikes. I mean, she's still cute and funny, but it just was not working. It's like when Chevy Chase tried to do a talk show.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember this?
No,
yeah, he tried to do a talk show. It was very awkward and weird. I mean, I enjoyed it because I like those things, but
well, people didn't, I guess. This first like layer of color always seems to take the longest.
well, you're at 52 minutes, Kimball. You're doing great.
Oh my
If you could
god.
just wrap this up in the next 5 seconds, that'd be great.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, I'm just kidding.
Bear with.
Everyone's having a great time, all 12 of them.
Well,
Thanks for joining us, by the way, guys.
yeah.
Hope you guys are all doing well.
I hope the most. Just so you know, I'm not coloring the background because nobody got time for that.
He'll do it later and then show it to you guys in a picture on Instagram.
I don't think I will.
Never mind, he won't do that.
Mm-mm. All right, so since bangs always have like a little curve, we're just going to do the bottom parts dark like this.
And don't forget, Kimball, you have to do a show and tell of all the art supplies you bought from what's the place called?
I can barely even pronounce it. L. Cornelissen and Son.
L. Cornelissen and Son. Not sons, just the one.
Just the one, darling.
Just the one.
And there's this thin person just screaming to get out of me or whatever she says. Just the one, dear. Ab Fab, another show that we quote a lot.
What shows do you think we quote the most? Like if you're just going to pick like the top 5 shows that we quote the
Well,
most.
definitely Ab Fab and
Will and Grace.
Will and Grace. Possibly Roseanne, for me anyway. Might be Actions more than... Okay, really, we just do like the counter thing where she's like, like wiping down the counter.
Do we quote anything from like Frasier or Golden Girls?
I'm not upset. Or no, I'm not jealous. I'm just
Fat
up. Golden Girls, yeah. I don't know. It really just depends on the
I feel like we do a lot of
situation.
movies too, but
Yeah. We can't come up with our own things, so we just quote movies all day long.
I mean, if something vibes with you, just go with it. That's all I'm saying.
Basically.
Life is here to enjoy as much as possible. Thanks,
All right.
sitcoms.
Done with the dark green.
There's an episode of Will and Grace where Karen, like, her favorite show, I don't know, it's like some like Law and Order SCU or something, I don't know.
Prussian green.
Oh, there you go. Like one of her favorite TV shows is ending and she's all sad about it. She's like, well, at least I got my Frasier and my Friends. And Jack's like, oh, Karen, didn't you hear? They're both canceled. And then suddenly you just see her hand out of nowhere just come up and slap Jack in the face.
Him.
She's like, that's it, Jackie, TV's over.
That's awesome. I'm not going to use this color very much. It does change the hue to like a more bluish green.
Denise says, did you see the episode with Tabitha Brown? Sure did.
On
Will and Grace. Remember she was the police officer when Grace like pooped in the guy's toilet and then was like trying to deny it?
Dude, that's so funny.
I brought that up to her when I met her, by the way.
Well, as you should.
I was like, I love you on Will and Grace. She's like, oh, thanks.
Oh my God, she's so funny. She's such a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Almost done with this color. Don't want to do too much with it. I feel like I need to bring this forward more, though.
I should have been like, I love when you were the poop police.
Oh my God. I think that would have been kind of confusing, but also she probably would have got it.
I do sometimes wonder, because Kimball did like an original piece of art of Tabitha and I gave it to her. She's like, oh, thank you. I hang it on, like, I have a whole wall of like all like art people do with me. I was like, oh.
It's probably lost forever.
It's probably like buried 5 miles deep.
She probably left it at the airport.
No, I doubt that. She's pretty cool.
She busy is what she is.
She is very busy. She's hustling.
As long as it found a home, I don't mind.
In the trash!
Oh.
Just kidding.
All right. That layer done. Next, we have, this is going to take more towards blue. It's Kelly Green.
Kelly Green.
Kelly Green.
Which is the color of the little microphone light that's on.
I don't think so.
I mean, kind of. It's in the same vein.
You're trying.
It's pretty much the same.
You're trying.
Is that Kelly Green? Is that the one you're using? It doesn't look like how I picture Kelly Green.
Like your old Saturn?
No, that was Forest Green. Wrong, Forest. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. I don't know. Why did we quote that? That's not. It doesn't even make any sense.
Because it's funny.
Dawn says, I'm loving her tentacles too. I would love to see you color in Jasmine Beckett Griffith, please, please, please.
What?
Jasmine Beckett Griffith.
Is this a coloring book?
Maybe it's a person that has coloring books.
I mean,
let me just look it up. One moment. Jasmine Beckett Griffith. That's a lot to search for.
It's a lot to say. I'm going to need you to write that down. Is it a coloring book, coloring page? Etsy?
Well, it pulled up as a thing. A freelance artist who specializes in fairy, fantasy, and goth work.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. 1 second.
We're just kind of knocking through this color.
So they look like this, I'm assuming. Ish.
I mean, those are cool. It definitely looks digital. But that style is really cool.
I don't think it's digital. I think it might actually be
that top one.
I know it's hard to say.
I mean, either way, it's cool. I do love the digital art. That's really cool.
Jasmine Beckett Griffith.
So does she have a coloring book? Or...
I don't know.
I wasn't asking you. Okay. I was asking whoever brought that up. Done with that color. This will also be a quick one. This is like the color I laid down originally. We're going to just kind of layer it over. Kind of do like a hue shift, I guess, because it's got a lot of yellow in it. Don't want to cover up all the highlights.
Okay, so Jenna and I were talking, and
God,
Jenna called out a very good thing. So since there are a lot of new people joining the channel, it's probably good when we start doing these lives to do like an intro of ourselves and what we do and all that, just so people who come on and don't know you have some idea. So give your best intro, Kimball, right now, so people know who you are.
Oh God!
Hey
I'm
guys,
like super whiny and like particular about everything that I do.
No, it's like the hi, welcome to Kimball's Corner. I'm Kimball and I'm Rocky and blah blah blah.
And together we are
Cocky. or Rimble. Wow. Okay. Well, those don't really go together. But if you guys can think of another way to merge our names together, let us know.
Kimaki.
Anyway, Kimball, tell us all about you and art. Yeah.
I'm Kimball. I like art and color, and I am self-taught. I did not go to school for this. It's just something that I really like doing. And I started doing lives during COVID so I could spend time with others. And so, like, not everyone, myself included, would feel so lonely. And I just really enjoyed doing it a lot more than I thought I would. So I continue to do it. And I was like, Rocky, you have to do it with me. Because I can't read the comments and do this. Plus, he does a lot of the talking because I get distracted really easily. On to...
Kim also panics and is like, why isn't the mic on? Why isn't the mic on? I'm like, have you plugged it in?
On to lime peel. Yeah, I am not tech savvy, so...
Tech savvy. That English is really rubbing off on you. Tech savvy.
Tech savvy. Just going to lay this in. Going to start filling in a lot of the white spaces.
Especially... Jenna says, I like Rimble much better.
Rimble. Do you remember? Nah, I can't do it. I tried, though. Really hard.
Kim and I are quite... How would you describe
annoying?
Us? No, we're not annoying. I mean, I am, but you're not.
I don't know. I've had people being like, Kimball, can you like stop talking and just do some art? And I'm all like,
I love that.
I was like, you can just hit the mute button. Thanks for your comment.
Oh my God, that's so
That was
funny.
on like a really old video.
That makes me giggle. I want more comments like that.
Like, I get so confused because some people are like, talk a lot more and like, tell me what you're doing. And then some people are like, can you just shut up? And some people are like, I want silence. And some people are like, I just want music.
Welcome to the world of social media and anything YouTube related.
Oh, right. That's why
anytime there's comments involved, you're going to get every comment under the sun, every opinion.
Well, that's why I'm just like, this is Kimball's corner, y'all. Okay. Kimball's corner.
Let me does what lay it out for you real clear.
Like I used to always say, like, I do what I want. And I do. I mean, still love you guys. Love opinions. Throw them out.
Jenna says, I love your banter. It's the best. For now, Jenna.
Also, I was going to say, like, if you ever want to request something, request nicely, please. Because, like, I've had people tell me to do things. And if you tell me to do something, I will just not
It's like he becomes a 13-year-old, like, teenager and is like, I'm not going to do it.
And then, like...
Even if he wants to.
And then, like, a month later, be like, you guys, I had this, like, really great idea. Like, everyone gather around and let me do it.
And then Noah just wrote, let's get ready to rimble.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I did it very well, but...
Well, you know, it was nice.
And what else about us? Oh, we met in high school.
We've been together for, like...
way too long.
A little over 24 years. That's fun.
Some lady, speaking of how old we are.
Oh, my God, our dentist.
So our dentist was like... We were going over how old we are for some reason. She's like, wait, how old are you guys? And I was like, I'm 40. She's like, you're 40? I was like, yeah. She's talking to the other girl. She's like, they're 40. They're in their 40s. I was like, whoa. We're not in our 40s.
We're at the very beginning.
We're at the cusp. We're barely 40. Okay, we're not in our 40s.
I mean, technically we are.
Kimball, we've agreed on this. We're not in our 40s.
Just technically we are.
Until we're 41. I mean, that's you sooner than me.
Uh-huh.
But still.
If I didn't have gray hair, oh my God, I was totally tempted to like dye my beard hair just because I think it's funny. Then I have to like just buzz it off. And then I feel like I age really fast because like all of the brown goes away.
Jenna says, another rebel? Yes, indeed, a rebel. I rebel just for the sake of it. And you can't tell me what to do.
Exactly. Just adding some little white schmudgeons here and there. I kind of went too much with that chartreuse. I didn't leave enough for the white highlights to come through.
Well, what happened if you did like dark teal and the shadows of her hair?
I don't know, but I use teal all the time, so I can't use that color.
Oh, that's the challenge. She's Christmas squid.
I told you.
Quiz squid.
I can do. Yeah, let me see.
I mean, you don't have to do anything.
I'll hear about it all night long.
Wait, what's that color?
This is Cobalt Turquoise.
Cobalt Turquoise.
I mean, it's pretty.
Again, Cobalt Turquoise.
We're just going to use a little around the bottom.
Just a little around the bottom. All right.
Just because I don't want to.
Do what you want.
That's like a really good idea. I think actually this wasn't like a great idea.
Why?
Because I think I should have just stuck with greens. Because my whole thing is I didn't want to mix colors.
Well, that's fine. You just put it away. Just put it away,
I'm
Kibble.
putting it away and pulling out the other green that I started with. Is this one I started with? Probably. We're going to go over that to just turn it back a little more green.
Because Kimball's usual style is to just go crazy with color and all sorts of colors all over the place. So
Yeah.
like, when he's just using like specific colors and toning it down, it's like I feel wrong and weird.
Well, that
But
was me
it's
last
fine.
night. So yeah, but it did add some contrast, which is nice.
And Jenna says that me being really close to the mic startled her dog, Koji. Sorry, Koji. Again. Sorry, Koji. Koji. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Alexa, play 17.
We like to play with Jenna because her Alexa picks up whenever we say that. I'm sure everyone else's does too.
Wow.
Jenna says Rocky ASMR.
All right, so I kind of scratched off that tail using the dark green.
Good job, great.
I mean, are we done yet?
You have a crown to paint and her little tentacles.
We're gonna do her face.
That we're of the age where we can just blow out of our mouth and it makes that sound.
Oh my god, it's only been an hour, right?
Yeah, hour and 6 minutes. You could just
slave driver over there. Jeez, snip your finger at me one more time.
I wish I had a little like Indiana Jones whip and I'd be like, psh, like a little tiny one.
Oh my god, one time I smacked Rocky's hand like that. He's like, ow, your ring. I was like, why? He's like, oh, it hurt really bad.
Because I have bony hands and his ring like hit me on the knuckle.
He's just so thin.
But then I found out that no matter where he hits, it just hurts. It hurts so bad.
Let's color
that
her
really
face.
hurt, Charlie.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna color her face then. Henna.
Noah is telling everyone that they should ask Alexa to sing a song about your dogs. You won't be sorry.
That could be very entertaining.
Unless she starts singing about your feet, and then it could get weird.
Are you hinting at something?
2 for 3.
He's just casually closing the box of goodies up.
I mean, we ate over half of them. Shouldn't you save some for tomorrow so we have something to look forward to?
It's not like I had my 5th drink. Kimball, that's your 3rd one. Which is impossible because there's 14 in there, right? There was. You had so many of those.
I had 3.
Did I eat 4? I must have. You probably fed me 3 and I ate 1. Well, that's your fault. Let's color in. So we're not going to go too dark with a dark color. It's probably going to look more like makeup. But I do find if you put it everywhere, it looks less like makeup. So if I was doing blue, like, oh, she got some crazy blue eyeshadow going on. But then you kind of put it everywhere, and then it's like, okay, no, that's shading. At least that's what my brain thinks.
Dawn says, yes, she's an artist like you. Excuse me. And she does have coloring books. What was her name? Sorry, I'm trying to find him again.
Yeah, you're going to have to write that.
It was
down.
Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So anyway, she's an artist, has coloring books. And then Dawn says, I'm loving the Long Island seaweed green in her hair. Your shades are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Dawn.
It's very weird coloring with colors that I'm not too familiar with. But it's fun. Just have to make it up because her mouths are not how I draw my mouths. It's very different. And I always feel like her girls have like the kind of chubby baby cheeks happening. So they kind of poof out, which means the bottom part is going to have more shading. Definitely don't do it with a
okay, I'm sorry.
like a dull color because it'll look like a.
If you just look at this part of the painting, it looks like a little kissy fish. Do you see it? Like with a giant eye and her lips right here.
Oh, yeah, there's like the lips and like a giant. Oh, that's cute. The things you see. All right. Going really light with this color. I think, well, maybe I'll bring this in a little bit. It's always a little tricky coloring other people's artwork as well because they know what it's supposed to look like. And I kind of don't. I just make it up. But it all works out in the end, usually. All right, keeping that on hand because I might need it again. Next darkest color, Nectar. That is Nectar.
Noah says she likes jellied eels.
Ew.
We're not eating them, Noah.
Not gonna. And I do need to leave it. I don't know how like the orange will layer over if I press down quite firm, because I do want to put orange splotches around her eyes.
As in like a pattern of some kind, or?
Yeah, just like orange splotches like going across her eyes, just to incorporate orange next to the blue.
Across her eyeballs or across
No,
around
like
her
her
on the
skin.
skin? Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
like giant orange freckles, basically. Because I want that orange right next to the blue of her eyes.
Ow!
Okay. Not really sure how far in to bring this color either, because I do want the whites of her eyes to be there. But I really don't know how much is supposed to be showing.
I think her pupils take up the entire eyeball.
Is that what you think?
I mean, not really.
And also like this smooth under the forehead gradation thing happening right here. The bridge of the nose. A nice hard shadow under the nose.
Noah says we can relax with a refreshing jellied eel pie in the summer.
No. I don't care if it's super healthy for you. I've seen pictures, I've heard stories, and not for me. I do wonder, like, some of the things that people eat, like an oyster. Who was like, yes, let's dig into that? Like, no, thank you.
You mean like early cavemen people?
However far back it goes. Yeah, that's just something I can't get into. It's not okay. You need to calm down, top of the morning cup. You're jiggling a lot.
And the top of the morning cup is his coffee cup, if you didn't know.
That is true.
Dang it, I missed it. It's been an hour, 11 minutes, and I wanted to look when it was an hour, 11 minutes, and 11 seconds. Oh.
Well, you failed.
Whoopsie doodle.
Oh my god, so 17 is doing like a world tour thingy right now, and they're going through the states.
17 is a band out of Korea, by the way.
Yes. And one of the band members' name is Hoshi. Well, he calls himself Hoshi. And they were in Chicago, and he's like, tonight, my name is not Hoshi. It is Hoshikago. I thought it was super funny. He's adorable. This has dark on it for some reason. All right. Bringing the shades out. Actually, I want to add a little pink to her cheeks. I did earlier, but I want to add a little more. Just because who doesn't love a little pinky cheek?
Plus pink and green.
Exactly. All right. Back to the peachy. This is peach. That's peach.
It kind of just looks like an octopus stole a doll's head and is like carrying it around the ocean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to go with.
Maybe that's what it is.
Noah says black pink in your area.
Oh, it's funny because there's like people that love just like all K-pop. Not one of them I'm not one of them, but I don't even think I've heard a Blackpink song.
I'm sure you have and just don't realize it.
Yeah, I need to
you
give them a listen, but I already know that I'll be like, back to 17. Because I don't go shallow with the music, I go deep. I don't do a little of everyone, I do all of one. Plus, it's like, there are 13 members. That is enough to keep track. I don't know how people can be like fans of like 20 different groups that have multiple people in them, and they remember everybody's name. I'm like, how? How does your brain retain that much information?
But you can't remember any of your coworkers.
Basically. Just going over with light peach now. kind of using it to just kind of burnish the colors. Some might say burnish. And then we'll just use it to fill in that white space up there.
I went to a dinner once with my friend Gabby, and it was like her birthday, and she invited a bunch of her friends that I didn't know, and I think there was like 6 people. And I was just at this stage, I was like, oh my God, I don't have to remember everyone's name. So I literally had a pencil or like a pen with me and a napkin, and I wrote everyone's name down. And then every time I was addressing someone, I would like look at the napkin, like when I'd be like,
please.
Jim, or like Tina.
Tina, you're my favorite tonight, Tina.
I'd be like, oh my God, I totally agree with you. Alex, I agree with you.
So anyway, we're adding white now to just finish off, because I don't like the, when you like fade out with a light color, there's still like that texture, and I don't really like the texture. So I'm just going over with the white to burnish it out and blend it in. It's nothing you can probably can't see on camera, but
it's almost like using a blending.
Yeah, it's just smudging the colors around.
What do they call a blending stick or something?
A blending stem.
Sturm.
What did they call it? Papillion, whatever it is. I don't know. I call them blending stumps. All right. We can go back in with the darkest color and fill in some of these spots that may have lightened as we went.
I still just see the kissy fish face. Like, that's all I see now when I look at that spot.
Well, I'm going to add a little pink. Maybe I'll use this for the dark, and then I'll just do right up to pink.
What colors are this?
This is henna, and this is rose.
Henna Rose. It sounds like a name of a performer or something. Henna Rose. One night only.
Not
at
one.
The local strip club? I'm not sure where.
We're not sure. She's working her way up. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that on the bottom, because it blends right into her chin now.
Whoops.
I'm fine with it. We're going to add a little highlight there. Again, it's one of those, like, I didn't draw it, so I'm not entirely sure how it's meant to look. But I do my own thing.
Go with what you know.
That is like the best advice ever.
And wherever you go, there you are.
That is true. Doing a little white to kerschmudge.
All right, everyone. If you were going to paint this picture, what color would you do the hair? What color would you do the tentacles?
I mean, I didn't have a choice.
Why is that?
Well, because I wanted to do colors that I
don't use.
Yeah. I'll just add a little highlight.
And this is an oil base. Is it oil based or water based?
This is water based.
Water based. Is it Posca?
This one is a Posca, yes.
Posca paint pen.
I'm gonna clean that lip line up just a
Noah
little.
would do teal and chartreuse.
Surprise, surprise.
I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna add a little brown. See if I can give a little more contrast to these lips. All right. Hey girl, how you doing? Totally forgot that I was gonna be orange. I don't think I was talking to you.
And no, you were talking to her, right? She was answering.
All right, bringing in some of that orange.
Orange, you glad? Trisha would do orange and purple. Another good combo.
It's very like Halloween colors.
That could work well either way. You could do orange hair or like purple hair with the tentacles being opposite. I feel like I would do purple tentacles and an orange hair. It froze up. Oh.
What?
Well, the battery's exhausted, you guys. It's just exhausted. So give us a second while I change the battery out.
I'm just adding orange smudgies to her face. I warned Rocky before we began.
And did he listen? Well, we don't usually go this long, too, so.
What are you saying?
Well, I think it's your fault. I think you should have thought about that.
That's true.
One moment. Let me just pop the battery in. Pop the battery in. All right.
And they come back. It's like, and I'm done. Don't worry. I'm not done.
Don't let the darkness scare you. It's only temporary.
You must go through darkness to, I don't know, appreciate the light or something. Are we back?
Probably.
Oh yeah, I remember because I was saying like, because you wanted to go, hi everyone. Because he had the camera on automatic, I think, and that's why it kills the battery really fast for some reason.
I put it on manual.
Oh, just now?
No, before.
Never mind then, I take it all back.
It's just because we went longer than an hour, which we don't normally do.
Ugh, colored pencils just take forever.
The batteries only last so long, even though it says it's like USB charging when you plug it into the computer. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do anything. It feels like my whole life is lie.
Oh, it probably is.
How do I charge this?
I have a charging thing somewhere.
Oh, we'll figure it out later.
It's a USB charging thing. I think it's in the drawer with all the charging stuff.
Oh.
Anyway, going in now to her eyes, her eyeballs. We're going to start with the darkest blue, which is indigo blue. And we're just going to go over, she's already got, like most of it, she's got a lot of the shading already done for me. So I'm going to use it for the pupil color. And
Trisha says, yay.
Yay, we made it back.
Dawn says, just remember, you're the queen of color book. Or you're the queen of your color book, to quote Dee Dee Willingham, and you must seek out her YouTube channel.
But in this case, I am the queen.
Queen.
Yes, queen.
Queen with some twang.
Put in the dark over on this side. I feel like I need to go back in and like add some dark lashes because they kind of got lost with the colored pencils. But
use that blue.
Well, I guess I can.
They're like an extension of her eyeballs.
Basically. I mean, I do that a lot.
We have to have that mid episode stream break for everyone's eyes to just have rest on black for a minute and then we come back.
Are you saying people need a break from my artwork?
Yeah, because, okay.
I don't know, okay. Okay.
Yay, as Trisha said.
Yay. Romy and Michelle, we quote a lot.
True.
I just really love when they finally let her shop. Or when we're driving, I'm like, ugh, pass this car. This kid is obnoxious. Oh, that was Cobalt Blue. This is Sky Blue Light.
Sky Blue Light.
And you can get the orange off of it. Just gonna
Noah went tree shopping with Jenna.
Tree shopping.
How did that go?
For a tree?
Is it for like a tree in the front yard or for like an indoor tree or like a backyard tree?
For me, tree shopping is like Christmas
or like
time.
A family tree or...
I'm just using this blue to shade some of the whites of her eye.
You know what color spiders like?
They don't like
green.
Light blue.
Okay, they're all coming for her hair.
I don't like it.
If you surround her with light blue, you'll be fine though, because spiders don't like light blue apparently. According to the internet, which I trust explicitly. Implicitly? Explicitly. Implicitly.
The internet does not lie.
Is it implicit or explicit?
You're asking me words that I don't know and or use.
What's the difference? Let me find out. Sometimes you just like, I say words but don't know what they mean. Implicit.
I know. Sometimes I hear you talking on your like meetings, and I'm like, is he using that word right?
Probably. Implicitly means in a way that is not directly expressed tactily. She implicitly suggested he was responsible for the error.
It already sounds like too much. Anyway, adding some pink for the kind of like the waterline. Plus, I just want some pink up there in the eye because it's pretty. All right. That's all the blue that's going on that. Let's work with the oranges. I'm not going to go as dark with the brown. I think I'm going to, okay. We're going to take out that color.
And explicitly means in a clear and detailed manner, leaving no room for error or confusion or doubt.
My life. We're starting off with dark brown. It is a dark brown.
So implicit's like implied.
Just going to cut it out, which is probably just a dot from the background. No, Rick, I was listening.
What?
Well, I was listening. Just adding dark brown to the background. I'll probably go over with just orange. Hopefully it'll help. Maybe I'll check that now, see if they pop out. I don't want them to look brown.
Jenna says, we were just looking because we don't know what kind of trees we want to plant. That is a hard thing because you're going to be with them for a very long time. So you better pick
Probably.
wisely.
I'm going to throw some of this bright orange into.
And then Noah says, it was the internet that taught me that dogs can't look up unless they're laying on their belly.
Why can't they look up?
Their necks probably don't allow it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that sounds like a genetic flaw. Adding some orange into the red just because. Not really noticeable, but it's there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use the brown. It was a little too dark. What is this one? Burnt ochre. Let's try some burnt ochre.
It's really funny because the orange around her eyes, like when I look at the painting, looks great. And then when I look at the screen, it kind of looks like that.
What does it look like? I can't really tell from here.
Oh, okay. It just looks more contrasted somehow.
Well, these things happen. Going to just add some of this burnt ochre to the tentacles facing downward because they're going to be more in shadow.
Shadow, my shadow, my shadow.
That's a dot in the background, but we're making it a tentacle now.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Is that a little
Vanessa
Carlton?
or Michelle?
Vanessa Carlton.
They came out at the same time, and I was like,
Michelle Branch is not the same as Vanessa Carlton.
Didn't say she was. I just said they came out at the same time.
One of them was making their way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and she's homebound.
What's the other one doing?
Living in white houses.
That's Vanessa Carlton. Exactly. Nobody remembers Michelle Branch songs.
What was Michelle Branch's song? I can't remember now.
Exactly. Where is she now? Hello.
That was so early 2000s.
I know, we were living in the Grand in Sherman Oaks.
Wasn't she in part of the Hot Chick when we were doing extra work on set? We were like, why the hell is she in this movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Random. That was a life. That was like, does that not feel like that was another life we lived? Like, it doesn't even feel like it was the same existence.
She sang the song Everywhere. Everywhere. I don't remember how it goes.
Everywhere I need. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but it was slowly coming back to me. All right, we want these to lean a little more towards the yellow because they are definitely blending in with that red. I keep coloring the dots in the background.
Don't do that.
We're going to skip this color. No, I'll do this one.
What is that color?
This color right here is Cadmium Orange
Cadmium Orange hue.
And we're just going to use it to fill in these bottom ones. The dark ones.
Kimball.
Yes, my love.
It has been an hour and 27 minutes.
I'm trying. I know you want to get back to your games.
I want to play Elden Ring. I mean, I'm having fun here too, but
no, you're
okay.
Not. But okay. All right.
Noah says, I remember she played the piano in her music video. Wasn't she in her own music video twice? Like she was like kind of, or was that Vanessa Carlton? I can't remember anything.
Vanessa Carlton did like the dance move when she was in ballet, because she did ballet. Yeah. And then she had like that giant poster that the director surprised her with, and she was like, I will strike that pose again.
That was the White Houses song, right? When she was with herself in the video.
Yeah. All right. Do a couple of these background ones. And moving on to a brighter orange.
What is that one called?
This one is orange.
Orange.
Orange. And I'm not going to do too much with it. I'm just kind of slapping it on there
look,
to
little baby spider.
Kill it with fire.
Why won't he come on he won't get on my finger.
And we're upset about this?
He like tries to attack my hand. It's so fun. Like he's like the tiniest little spider and he like puts his little hands up like, I'm like, no, bro.
Remember when you and Jessica used to do the spider dance?
I don't, but I'll take your word for it.
Don't?
No.
It was like, because like whenever you get near a spider and they like they like bounce around. Yeah. These ones are the brightest because they're shining upwards or facing upwards. Just gonna orange all that up in there. All right, moving on to Sunburst Yellow. How's it going, Rock?
I'm just trying to get this spider in here. There he goes. I got him in the little battery case.
Okay.
I don't think you can see him.
Don't bring him over to me.
He's in there. Do you want him? He's just a little baby one. Okay.
Back away.
I gotta go put him outside now.
Just fling him out the window. He's just going to float gracefully to the ground anyway.
I hope so.
Why does he always leave me? Rocky is so lonely without you.
You're free.
Oh my god. He just like flings the spiders out and then he just come back.
Well, you know.
I'll
see him when he's a teenager.
How many spiders do you think have come back into the house?
I don't know. As long as the big one that was the size of my fist doesn't come back in, I'm good.
That thingy was horrifying. Anyway, just adding a little yellow. These look like buttons.
Button, who's got the button? Isn't that from Willy and Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
I mean, it's kind of like a thing. I don't know if it's specifically Willy Wonka.
Gene Wilder, man. What a crazy talented guy.
He also Will and Grace.
Yes, he was.
He was definitely crazy.
One of my favorite characters on Will and Grace, though, was Zandra, Jack's acting teacher.
Oh my god, she's amazing.
There's a scene, and like I don't know why this stands out to me, but he says something to her that's just ridiculous, and she just looks at him. She's like, "What in the hell is this, bitch?" And then she said she's gonna like put a parliament out in his eye or something. I don't know. It's just she was
Stab
so
you with
funny.
this fork.
She was also like the nanny or like that ran the orphanage in the Pippi Longstocking movie from the 90s. Does anyone remember this?
Pippi Longstocking.
She's coming into your world. I want to hear like some modern day singer redo that song, but in their own style.
I feel like there'll be a lot of runs.
I mean, whatever it takes. Also, does anyone ever remember seeing, what was it called?
Snaps.
Elliot the Dragon had Helen Oh my gosh.
Not Helen Mirren.
No. What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Helen Reddy.
The one that played Roseanne's mom?
Helen Reddy was in it. No, she was in it too, but she played like another character. Wow. People listening to this are probably like, what the hell are they talking about?
Are you talking about Pete's Dragon?
Pete's Dragon. Does anyone remember this movie?
I mean, I saw it once and I was like, that was enough.
It's a brazzle dazzle day. Okay.
I mean, there's a remake of it, which
well, that's
cute.
not even the same.
Right.
That's Robert Redford and it's serious.
I don't know how I feel about Mr. Redford.
Why? How can you have a problem with Robert Redford?
I will let you look that up.
Okay.
That is.
Do we have a problem with him?
Wasn't he the one that wanted to get up and like slap the Native American? That was
what
at the thing that the.
I don't know. I really don't want to Google. Did Robert Redford want to slap a Native American
at the Golden Globes or whatever Oscars?
What?
She was up there for Marlon Brando.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, maybe it was John Wayne. It was John Wayne.
Thank you. Let's not tarnish the good name of Robert Redford. I can't imagine him wanting to slap anyone.
Slap you.
I mean, maybe. I wouldn't blame him.
I mean, there's probably comments people right now are like, Kimball, you need to shut up. And you know what? I will.
Jenna says, I remember both of those.
Just adding dots in the hair, because why not?
Like sometimes when we talk, we must sound like Elliot the Dragon.
Or like Beaker. From
we all remember Beaker. Yep. Remember those?
Yep. All right.
She's so beautiful. Her hair has never looked so strategically placed in all her life.
Wait, she needs some dots here. Because it's a running theme now. And then thing. So she's gonna have blue skulls, but we're just gonna use the two lightest colors. Because skulls aren't very dark. So this is just light cerulean blue.
Light cerulean blue.
That again is light cerulean blue.
Light cerulean blue.
And we're just giving a hint of shading on them. Just a hint.
Just a little bit.
We don't need to go overboard.
Not all the way.
No, calm down. Oh, that is nice.
You just want it to be really subtle.
That's nice.
Okay.
No.
I feel like we're on an episode of Delicious Dish or something.
Next up, toast.
I feel like we should do an entire live stream pretending to be the Delicious Dish people.
Oh my god, I don't know if I could do it.
I think you could, Campbell. Why not? Let's give it a try.
Because I would forget.
And then I wish we could have special guests come on, like from the live stream and talk with us.
I think we
can
can.
Select them one at a time.
Actually,
can we?
Actually, that might not. That might be like Facebook or something.
Wait, let me see. Can I pick someone? Let me see right now. User in timeout. I can either pin the message, report the person, remove them, put them in a timeout, hide them, or remove moderator. Well, that's I'm not going to remove. That would be a bad choice.
All right, we're going to try and make this gold with the colors that I've pulled out. So I'm going to go over with the mid-tone. Try to keep that sheen in the middle. We're going to take the darkest color for the shading inside.
We were talking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory earlier, and then you said Sheen, and I was like, Charlie, Sheen. And oh my gosh, it all came together, didn't it?
He's a little nutty, isn't he?
Who isn't?
You know who I'm excited to see back in the acting world? Brendan Fraser. I mean, I know he's always been doing stuff. Like he didn't like fully disappear or anything, but I really enjoy him.
One of my favorite movies with Brendan Fraser is Bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
Oh my word! If you guys have not seen Bedazzled, it's a gem.
It's so funny.
Or maybe it's just a gem to us. I don't know. We think it's hilarious. That's another movie we quote all the time, by the way.
Yeah, you can't do that.
These are the cookies my grandma's used to bake.
Hey, Elliot, how the hell are you?
Oh my God, so many quotes.
And like, they don't even really make sense in our life.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's true. It really doesn't.
The world is all just about free associating. So if it comes into your mind, just say it. Okay, maybe not like in every situation, but
that's some.
Kimball and I are to the point now where, like, you know, in relationships, like in the beginning, you're like, oh, I don't want to do everything I would normally do. I don't want to scare this person away.
Don't want to fart in front of my future lover.
Whatever. We're so beyond that now that we just like say whatever, whenever, like Shakira. Whatever, whenever. And then oftentimes we'll just say whatever we're thinking at the same time, the same moment, in the same key.
Well, that sounds like we sing it.
The other day in the kitchen, we were both standing there in dead silence, and out of nowhere, we were both like, and then we both just stopped and we were like, okay.
Remember when we told that last week?
I'm just saying, it's kind of creepy.
I mean, it's probably going to happen a few more times.
Well, we're of the age where we repeat stories. We're in our 40s, Kimball. In our 40s. I mean, you're about to be
50, which runs up to 60, which runs up to
another good show, Pushing Daisies. Anyone? Lee Pace.
Don't make me cut a bitch.
Paul Rubens was in it. Kristen Chenoweth.
I love Kristen Chenoweth.
And that other lady.
And I'm like the main one that nobody really knew her.
Remember the lady that had the missing eye because like she was cleaning the cat box and got cat litter in her eye?
Isn't it? It's not Sissy Spacek. It's Susie Kurtz.
I don't know. She was in Rules of Attraction.
Another movie that we were in. No, well, Jamie was in.
When we say we were in it, we mean like we were background people.
Yeah.
We weren't in the movie.
But we were on set of Rules of Attraction. That was a fun one. We got yelled at. They like panicked. And then like, who was the director? Anyway, the director was kind of like friends with Jamie. And he was like, you need to calm down. These are my friends. And I was like, yeah, we're cool. Leave us alone.
God.
I'm not going to take pictures of James Vanderbeek. I'm here for the extras.
Have you guys ever seen the show Extras with Ricky Gervais? It's kind of like that.
I think she might be done.
Oh.
So she done. Let's move on to art stuff.
The moment you've all been waiting for. And Denise says, "Whoa, Lee Pace is so fine."
Yes, he is. Yes. Wait, let's have a couple.
Noah says that Jenna and him talk almost exclusively, almost only about their dog poop.
Well,
dog's poop.
You have something special, yeah.
I mean, you got to talk about the important things, okay? It doesn't matter what it is. Any topic. If it's important to you, it's important to you.
That's true. I'm just adding some white freckles because
you're done.
She needed.
You're done.
All right, she kind of has like a goldfish thing happening. Okay, I'm going for the fridge. Okay.
After all that, and rush her off screen like she's a celebrity.
Everybody. You've all been waiting so patiently, and welcome back, those of you that left us.
El Cornelison.
So obviously, I had to get a bag
Let
from
me
there
just
because, like,
this here. I will. Let me take this off so we can actually see you. One moment, please. Bear with.
This reminds me of show and tell in kindergarten, and I was very nervous because I brought my sister's Cabbage Patch doll, which I played with more than she did, and it was like a special one because she had like the I mean, it was like it looked like real hair instead of yarn.
Oh my
and
goodness,
I was like,
I'm already tired.
She's a special one. She was like fiery redhead, and I was in love with her, and that's how I learned to braid.
We'll just leave it on. All right, Kimball.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, great job.
Hey.
Can we see the piece real quick, actually? You have a format. You need to stick to it.
There we are. Merry Christmas. Here's some
Campbell.
octopus pie head. That sounds gross.
Another one for the fridge. All right,
Yeah.
good job.
Yay! Colored pencils take forever, am I right?
Let's just give you a little touch-up. Come here. Let's give a little Hollywood touch-up here, Kimball.
Calm it down.
Behind the ears.
Makeup.
We don't want you to look
makeup,
crazy.
And back to
Next
one.
thing you know, you got chiffon and backlighting.
This is the book that I just colored in case you're interested.
Take it in. Write it down.
I think it's on the thumbnail, so there it is. It looks so much better with the bright light on. Look at me appreciating my own artwork that's not fully
and close it up. Okay, she's gone now.
All
right, go.
It's like, I'm busy. Okay, so
Trisha says, I do not have the patience to color like that.
we'll get there. Okay, so we got this. We got this, right?
Okay.
This is the bag that I had to get. I'm probably going to use these next week. Might play with them throughout the week because I'm not totally familiar with these products. We'll start off with some handmade paper. Why not?
Got it. Love it. Need it.
And then we'll start off with...
You already started off with the paper.
You
can't start off with two things. You start off with one thing.
When it comes to the
Next
colors, we'll start off with this one.
Okay, that works. That works. Let me see. Let me see.
This is liquid acrylic. It's Daler Rowney. I'm trying to find it.
It's Roma Downey.
It is waterfall green.
Roma Downey's painting. Okay, got it.
And it's sparkly.
Wait, let me get in really close. Can I see that real quick? Let me just take that for a moment and see what it looks like here up close.
I just wanted to get a couple of fun colors to play with. I don't really...
It looks like nail polish. Can we just call it nail polish and just call it good? Okay.
And then I also got Sun Orange and...
Sorange and...
Genesis Green.
Jenna Green.
Jenna.
Oh, aren't those cute together? Look at that.
So I thought, hey, those are my little pops of color because they're shimmery, shiny, so that'll be fun. I'm not familiar with them.
Shine.
And I'm pretty sure Daler Rowney is English. Like the brand, I think it's made in England, right?
Roma Downey.
Right.
All right.
Made by Daler Rowney, Bracknell, England.
Tricia says, I have acrylic inks. When will you be using them?
I'm going to play with these next week. I don't know how much. I think I literally have one acrylic ink.
By the way, while we're here, let's just come up and say, does Kimball have a problem or is it just me? By the way, does it look like this? Every time I look at this, it's like she's whispering into Maleficent's ear. She's like, ear.
It's
maybe not whispering, but she's singing.
I love how it's just all Jane Davenport stuff.
All right, we'll figure it out later.
I had another acrylic ink. I don't know where I put it because I never use it, but I got those. Okay, these ones I'm really
excited.
I'm talking.
First of all,
moving on. These are ones I'm really excited to use. They are antique inks.
Hold it still. There it is. There it is.
They looked gorgeous on the samples. Very I don't even
antique-y.
Antique-y. This one is Persishrot.
As it should be.
Mm-hmm. I'm not pronouncing these right. I'm sure. I don't care.
Jenna says I have some of those and I like them.
This is Bordeaux.
Probably those. Bordeaux. Let's see.
Another antique ink.
Okay, got it.
Gorgeous colors. And then this one, I got the very last one. The guy was like, "This one's obviously meant for you," and I was like, "Yes, thank you. You understand me. Make that sale. It's in a box." All right. This one is Senegal Blue. Senegal Blau. And this one is 4 stars for Light Fast. I think this is made in Germany. This is Light Fast. This one is not so much. And this one is in the middle.
Okay, got it.
Very excited.
What else did you get?
And it doesn't matter because I don't put my stuff in the sunlight, so ain't mad about it. I work in a journal.
You got paper with custom letterhead.
It's like, shut up.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, just kidding. All right, and then, I got these. Yeah.
Wait, let's smell them real quick.
Jasmine pencils. So they're just pencils, right? That's what you would think. No. You start writing with it, and you're like,
there are more.
You're like, what is that delicious scent?
Lead.
Oh my god, it smells so
Wait,
good.
let me smell. I didn't even smell them.
It's very strong. You shove it up your nose.
Oh my, okay. Yeah.
But yes.
It kind of smells like lead with jasmine.
It's very nice. It's a nice...
I have to pee. Let's keep going.
So I'll draw something with these later.
Let's wrap it up.
And then I got these Art Graph. Not familiar with them. But I had to buy this thing because the other ones come in like just this puck.
I think you should put this in the shower and just let me mistake it as soap because I think that
your finger's probably red.
Oh, well, I'll just rub it on my lips.
But
later.
I think it's like inspired by chalk. I think it's like inspired by the fabric chalk because they come like this. My mom has them anyway, and she like you can draw on the fabric to make patterns. So I got those ones, but then I also got these ones, much earthier. So I think they're kind of like a water-soluble chalk. Not 100%. Don't really know. You can look into it if you want. I'm too lazy. I'm here for the art. So yes, I'm excited to... I don't even know what I'm going to do with these, but I'm going to try and use all of them.
You're going to use them next week?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, now you know what we're looking forward to next week, guys. All that.
And a bag of chips. I'll draw something with this. I'll lay down some inks and these, and then pops of colors with that on this paper.
Brilliant!
Look, excited!
Jenna says, careful with those. One of mine broke really easily.
What are we talking about?
Your heart.
Well, that one, or these ones?
Probably the little watercolor ones.
Jenna, there's so many things on the table right now. Which one is it?
Be careful with them all!
Jenna, what is it? You got to tell me now.
Jenna says, Jenna Jinx says, ooh, sounds fabulous. Fabulous. All right, moving on.
Yes.
The squares, Kimball, the squares.
Okay.
Jenna says the squares are delicate.
Yeah, I'm gonna just use them as like watercolor things. I'm not. They're staying in their little homes. I was gonna buy the individual ones, but
Don't you
I
take
didn't
those out
have
of their
anywhere
little
to
homes.
put them. So I got these because they have their own little built-in pucks. Like
All right, Kimball.
They're puck holders.
The end has come. It's time.
Okay.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
All right. So, Kimball, last words
of
of your life.
I'm
Go.
not that done. Thank you.
All right. What do you want to say?
Well, I would like to say thank you all for joining us. Like and subscribe. It helps. Probably. I hear other people say it, so it probably does. Share if you can. I ain't gonna be mad at it.
And we all know you can. Okay.
Well,
No,
I mean,
you don't have to. Our feeds are all inundated with information, so do it if you love it. Okay, sorry.
I mean,
just
okay, if
do
you've
it.
watched
sorry.
it this long, you'll love it.
Okay.
I popped my neck. I'm at that age.
He's
right
in his
now.
40s. He's in his 40s.
My hair's getting longer, so that's good. These are the important things. All right.
Eventually, you won't be ashamed.
Okay. Well, anyway, love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week when we play with all this stuff here. I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit of like tinkering throughout the week. So if you follow me on Instagram or my Facebook or whatever, or Twitter or something, I'll probably post it in there. Probably Instagram. That's really where I only post that stuff. Unless it's Jane Davenport stuff, that'll be in the Jane Davenport group in Facebook.
Gotcha.
So if you want to see more of my artwork, that's where you'll find it. That is it.
Yay! Thanks for joining us, you guys. We hope you have a fabulous week, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And now Kimball's going to give us the sign-off music
Why don't
as
you do
it's
the
tradition. No, because
sign-off
it's Kimball's
music?
thing. That's Kimball's thing. All right, go ahead, Kimball.
I'm so lucky.
Feel the vibes.
I'm just a Christmas octopus doll head sitting in the bottom of the ocean. Sad.